Hello, and welcome to CIS 115, Introduction to Computing Science. My name is Dr. Safia Malala, and I am one of the main instructor of this course. This video is to help you to navigate this class, specifically if this is your first time taking class within K-State. We set up the course with 6 main pages, and you can see them here on the left as the menu. I will go over them in a bit. So the first one is the homepage. The homepage work as shortcuts for all the main links and main resources that you're gonna need them regularly during the semester. The first section is the logo section. This is just for you to make sure you are in the right course. And then here it will tell you how to start, which is it's telling you that you can start by clicking on the modules. This button is exactly the same as the button in the menu. And then how you can get help section. There are several ways where we can provide help in this class. It's based on the type of help you need. If you have a question related to the course content, related to a quiz, teamwork, project assignments, it's all going to go through a specific platform that's called STEM discussion board. Because of the nature of this class and the number of students in this class, because we want to help and support all of you, you need to ask your questions within this platform. How to access this platform? Just by clicking on this button here. It will take you through the validating, and it will bring you here to the discussion board. So if you have a question, you're going to click here on a new thread, and then you're going to identify what type of questions you have. And you're going to need to provide some information for us so we can understand, so we can answer your question. As an example here, so you need help in some module content. So, or the programming problem. So if you have a question, so I will show you how to ask a question. So it's going to bring you here. And then when you click on new threads and then you click on question, and then here, you will ask for help. And then if your question is related to the module content, you need to fill the information here. So here it's asking you which module. Let's say like, well, I have a question in chapter 3 in the quiz 2. And then here it will tell you like, what is the issue? You will say like, well, the issue is that like, I provide this answer and every time like my answer is not accepted, and then like it's not counting my answer, which is considered a technical problem, and then you will submit that. Also, if you have a question about the team project, you will do the same. You will click help on the team project. So here we have those 5 categories, which is general, if you just have like a general question related to the course, or as I mentioned, like specific help if it's a programming, because we're going to give you some programming assignments where we will ask you to create something. So here you will put which assignment, which part of the assignment you're struggling with. And then you also can put some code here and you can click run on the code. And also like if you have something that's not covered within those, you can put it here. And or you want to give us some feedback. In fact, if you start giving us feedback, you might earn extra credit. We always love feedback. Or you have questions about some resources that you're trying to click to open, or you want just to connect, or you want to be social with your classmates. You can do that here. So this is for the EdSTEM. Also, we're going to use it for the discussion in this course where your first assignment for week 0 is by introducing yourself and exploring here. And then here you're going to start writing writing a brief introduction about yourself. We're gonna come here in a bit. So going back to the home page now, As I mentioned, there's like a different ways we can provide help with you, and one of them, if it's related to the course content, you will do that in EdSTEM. But before going to EdSTEM and start asking your questions, we highly encourage you and recommend you first to go and check the course materials. You will find all the course materials and contents that we are providing inside the module page, organized in a sequence related, uh, grouped in a topic. And also, we're going to ask you to do more readings from external books, and that's all also mentions in the syllabus. So go over them, watch the videos, read the contents multiple times. If you don't get it or you still have a question, and here where you can come and reach us out through the EdSTEM discussion board. If these two did not help, you can always come and join us in our office hours. We have an army of TAs in office hours, and you can find their office hours time here at the bottom of at the calendar. In the calendar here, you will find a lot of names. I would recommend changing the view into the weekly view. So in here, you will find all the office hours with their information. As an example, this is an office hours that I would provide for 115, and it's hybrid where you can join me. Either you can come in person or you can join me through Zoom. And you will find all the TA's office hours also will be provided here. If this image doesn't open to you, or not image, if this is calendar doesn't open to you, you can always like try to open it through clicking on this link. So this is for the office hours. If none of the office hours work for you and you want to come and meet me, you can always click on schedule an appointment, where it's going to take you to schedule an appointment page where if not, as I mentioned, if none of the office hours and you want to meet me, you're going to come here, you're going to click the day, and then you will have list of available hours. You're going to click on them, and then when you click next, you confirm the reservation, you receive an email. You can always edit and cancel the meeting anytime. Um, Also, we have a help email. This help email, when you send your email here, all of us will be able to receive your email. If you're just going to send your email to a specific instructor, you might wait some time until you get answer. This is why we have this rules here. When you ask a question, it has to be, of course, if the question is not related to the assignments. If it's like you want to ask over extensions or something other beside the assignments type, you will reach out to this email. And as I mentioned, all of us going to receive this email, and we will be able to reply to you as fast as we can. If none of those works with you and you still want to like some other help, we have extra tutoring, and would be provided by K-State because they have a tutoring center for all the students, and that's for free. You can come here, you can reserve or book with a specific tutor if you feel comfortable with coming here. Um, so this is how you can get help. As I mentioned, first we recommend reading the material, then asking your question and it's some discussion, and then come to our office hours or schedule an appointment outside the office hours, send an email to the help email or the tutoring centers. I hope those are enough support. And if you still think and believe those are not enough and you still need like a different kind of help, feel free to send us an email to the instructor themselves and we will gladly try to help you out. And one more thing, this class, because of the nature of this class, everything is subject to change. We enhance, we update, we modify based on your feedback and your input. And sometimes you will find like a broken links, or you will find incorrect link or some kind of bugs. If you report those, you will earn some extra credits. So, and to report those, you will report them also using the EdSTEM discussion board. And if you have some technical problem, you can always reach the KSU IT support team and submit a ticket there. And if you need some personal or academic support, we are providing you with those resources. First, the student support service. If life happen and you're not able to come, or you're gonna like miss 2 weeks, you're gonna need to come here. This is for the absence, or this is for whatever kind of help. They're here to provide you all different kind of support. If this is your first time and you feel like burned out and overwhelmed with the time management and K-Stage is too much and you're not sure how to handle that, we have like also another free services where you can come here. It's called academic coaching. They will train you, they will give you different kind of help, different kind of tips to help you succeed. And if you just also want to like read more or have like a different kind of you want some specific tools that help you to study online, this page will be for you. Now going to the schedule contain all the topics that we're gonna cover through those 16 weeks. And each of those topics or module have some set of assignments that you need to do them. So here, it will show you all the topics. We're going to cover around like 22 chapters. And within this 22 chapters, we have set of assignments that you need to do. And this is some due dates, a primary due dates. Those due dates also subject to change based on the student requirement or things that happen during the semester. So don't consider the due dates here as the final due dates. Always go to the modules, the same assignments to see the due dates. And every assignment will have like a due dates and a date that's the availability of the assignments. The due date, it's when you submit the assignments with no penalty, where you if you have like a quality assignment, you can get a full mark. But the available date, it's the dates that you can submit it, but there would be some penalty. We can accept late assignments up to 3 days, and there would be 10% for every single day that you are late. After 3 days, assignments are not accepted. So make sure to stay in the track. And if this schedule does not show you, you can always click on the view and you will have access to the Excel sheet where you can see it in more details. And lastly is the office hour, and which is I already explained to you. So this is for the homepage. If you believe and you think that you have a suggestion for adding, removing, reordering, or editing any content in the homepage to help you to navigate the course, make it easier and more effective, we would love to hear you, and you can also earn extra credit from doing that. Going to the second main part of the course, which is the modules. The modules include all the topics that you saw in the schedule, and they are organized in a sequence where you're going to need to go over them one by one. And then when you finish them, you will be able to progress and move to the next one. As an example here, this is chapter 0, which is like, this is the first thing you're going to need to do on the first week. And remember, case studies require us to report the student who attend the class and the student who did an effort. So make sure you do the task and attend the class in week 1, or you will be dropped by being absent. So after watching this video here, which is this video, make sure to click Mark as done. When you click Mark as done, you will see a check marks here that you did it. And you will be able to progress for the next task. Each module or each group have set of assignments. And if you see circle here, that's mean an action should happen to allow you to unlock the next one. So here, there is a circle. That's mean I need to do some action. And when I click on the home page, when you watch all the content and read all the materials, you will click mark as done. And then if I go back, you will see another check mark. So if you are not able to progress, make sure you come to the module and you will check here to see that there is like a check marks or not. And then this way, you will like go back and you will mark it and you will be able to continue. Next, it's the syllabus. So for the syllabus, As I mentioned, this is the way where you can ask help. And we have several instructor in this course, and here also where you can find their information and their offices and how to contact them. Uh, those information still to be announced. Also, we have like a team of TAs. You can find their names, their office hours, their time through the calendar. We have TAs that are like mainly assigned for this class, and we have TAs that they are assigned for other classes, but they are also here to help you. Just make sure you explain to them your assignments. And this is in-person class. Attendance is mandatory. You have to attend to earn your grades. We will do a lot of in-class activities. Missing those class, that's mean you're going to miss the assignments, and those are not recoverable. So Monday and Wednesday in the Ackert room where we're going to meet from 2:30 to 3:45. And here where you can find the map and you can reach us out to attend the class. We already covered the office hours and there's no prerequisites, and those are the book that we expect you to read during this class, in addition of the book that was built, another book of the content that was built within our classroom. So this is the first one. And you can also, I think, find like a free copy maybe through the library. And this is like a book we require you to bring for this class. It's called Nine Algorithm. We're going to go over the required textbooks in the week one when you attend the class. And for the required software, you're gonna need to install a Python 3 because you're gonna need it to do some of the programming assignments. Also, you might need also to install other softwares so you can when you specifically when you do the project, the website where you're gonna need to upload and push their project on your website. We will explain those tools for you, and you have the freedom to choose whatever tools that suit you. And this is like optional, more reading for you. You can like go over them, and you can also search for them in the library. We already covered how you can get help and the EdSTEM discussion board. If you have a question, always go there and check if there's like other student ask the same questions. And also there's like one more thing that I did not mention. When you ask a question, you can control the security level or the privacy level where you want it to be a private, so only the TAs and the faculty would be able to see it, or you're fine and cool to let the other students see it, but you don't want them to read your name, where you can put like an anonymous and so on. So you can control that here. If you ask a really good questions and we think other student will get benefits, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove your name and we're gonna make it public. So in this course, we're gonna cover the introduction of the history of the computer science, and we're gonna give you some fundamental theory information, basic programming, and a lot of research topics in computer science. And we also gonna bring a lot of guest speakers to help you to connect with the field that you want to explore more. And we're gonna have like 22 chapters, and each chapter will cover like a certain topics, and this information you can find them in the schedule. Um, so the structure of this course is in person, where we have 22 chapters. We have around 33 assignments, including quizzes and discussions, and also we have two projects. The first project will ask you to create some research, and the second project is will ask you to do some wiki articles, both of them related to a topic in computer science. This for the project, it's going to be a teamwork. All the projects are teamwork, where you're going to need to select your topic in the first week, and then you will work together with your team for these two projects. Beside the weekly quizzes and the discussions, occasionally bi-weekly discussions, we have two quizzes and finals in this class. Attendance is mandatory, and we always take the attendance in the class. So if you miss that, that is not recoverable. For the gradings, 20% is going to be to your project, which is the two projects. 20% is going to be for the discussion. There would be around 5 to 6 discussions. 20% for the quizzes. We have around 22 quiz. And 40% for the exams, where it's the two exams and the final. The exam is going to be in person. So we also going to have like some review sessions if you need it. As I said, like for the late work, there would be 10% penalty for every days up to 3 days. Make sure for the homework that you start early so we can help you and avoid using any AI, and try to submit that in time. One more thing for the teamwork, you would be asked to also to do some evaluations for your team, which is worth up to 10%. We're going to provide more details about that in the class. And we're going to provide you a list of topic, and you will select the topic with your team, and you're going to work on the topic that for your two projects. My office is a safe zone. You can always come to me for any questions, and I will connect you to the right resources. And the rest of the information here, it's the standard syllabus statement from K-States. You can take the time to go over it, and then when you understand the information, you make sure to mark the calendar or mark, I mean the syllabus as mark as done, so you can progress to the quiz. We're going to give you a quiz, and it will ask you some questions related to the syllabus. It's very straightforward, direct questions. So you need to get a full mark. So you can do the quizzes as much as you want to get the full mark. So I will cheat so I can progress. Because like if you don't get a full mark, you're not going to be able to go to the second quiz. For here, we want to offer an office hours that's gonna be beneficial to you. So I would appreciate if you give me your input on the office hours. So we can choose a time that suit you, and you would be able to attend those office hours. Lastly is the discussion, where you're going to need to go to EdSTEM, and you need to go to the EdSTEM to introduce yourself and to do the first assignments. This is the requirement for week 1, and I will explain them more when I see you in person. People is where the place where you can communicate with your teams, especially here, the tab that's called Team Project. Okay, when you go to the people here, I was like in the admin view. Now I am a student view. When you click on group here, you will see your groups. You will see their names, their contact information, where you can reach them out, and the grades, of course, so you can see your grades. I got a 0. All right, so I hope that will put you on track, and see you tomorrow or when the class starts.